What's going on, guys? So, as you can see, the computer is not here. I actually had to, well, needless to say, I had to disassemble. I lost a pump. One of my pumps died. So I have torn everything apart. But you notice there's one thing missing in here. It would be the massive GeForce GTX Titan X. Well, this box kind of has some explaining for it. Um, well, um, it burned out, guys. It burned out. Worked a closed system loop. I got all my fans figured out. Finally got fan control on the system correct. Just checked everything out, made sure everything worked, and it didn't. Cut out. Power stopped working. So I was concerned as to why, and I started probing. I started backtracking. Going from my SATA cables to this to that, thinking I had too many fans, and as I'm doing so, I see smoke come from the Titan X. And I thought I got water on it, but I didn't. So I opened the back panel. And there was a little bitty capacitor, looked like a capacitor at least, burned out on the back. Great! $1,000, well, at least, used $1,000, brand new $2,000, just down the drain. So, yay, hooray, happy. So I quickly called EVGA because I was very, very worried. And they told me that it was still in warranty and to send it to them. So I'm going to send this bad boy to them and go from there. So it's going to be a week without videos for now. I don't have a computer to do any video software. I don't have a computer. My only computer is down right now. You can see it's just all in bits. I might be able to run off the Intel drive, but I'll figure something out.
2 weeks. 2 weeks is how long it's been. Called them on the 2nd. They told me to return it on the 7th of July. They received it in California. Yay, let's just send it halfway across the country. But I got it there. They told me 1 to 3 days of it being in the shop, being tested, which kind of makes me wonder, how are you testing something that has a capacitor burned out? But nonetheless, they told me 1 to 3 days for testing, an extra day because it is a water blocked GPU. They want to make sure it's not water damage. Understandable. So I wait. I expect either Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So don't see anything Friday. Cool. Don't see anything Monday. I get a little bit worried because they told me 2 days. They would expedite it and get it done in 2 days. And they call them Monday. They say, sorry, it's still in testing. We don't know right now. It should be in the next few days. Alright, next few days. Tuesday goes by. Wednesday goes by. Thursday comes. It's been a full week. It's been a full 7 days. They told me 4 business days for it to be, fixed or tested or whatever, and then the new one sent out. So I give them a call, and they say, well, we've been done with the testing. They're just trying to find another one. Awesome. So you don't have any in stock? Kind of worried there. But I bide my time, I wait patiently. So as I am watching my Open RMA on EVGA's support page, I noticed something in the span of an hour. The shipping, which I was told was going to be UPS ground only, which was a 3 to 5 day ship, goes within an hour from UPS ground to UPS next day air saver. What? Apparently because I waited for so long and I guess they wanted to keep me as a customer, don't know. I got really, really good shipping. Thanks, EVGA, you're awesome. So proceeded to watch UPS Air, and in the span from 5:30 in the afternoon from Thursday to 9:37 a.m. all the way across to my side of the country, in less than like 15-16 hours, my package arrives at my door, and you can see the rest from here.
What's going on, guys? Discord here. So, it's the end of the week, finally. So, I received a package today. EVGA finally got back to me, and my graphics card is in. So, what we're going to do is we're going to open a pretty box and go from there. Let's see what we got. Yeah, this knife needs sharpening. That, and I need another hand. Oh, there's red things. I didn't ask for red things. Oh, what does this say? Bunch of things. Bunch of things. Okay. Oh. Ooh. Ooh, I like that. That's nice. Nice padding. I think I might keep that. Alright, let's see. Alright. Let's see what's in the nice, pretty EVGA box. I actually really don't want to screw up this plastic wrap because it's so darn pretty. Alright, there's those two sides. No! Rip box. Nope. There we go. Put the knife down before I hurt myself. Oh, it's actually made of like cardboard kind of thing. Ooh, pretty. Ooh, what's in here? Nothing in there. Here it is, guys. Fresh from the factory. Oh, it's so much prettier. Oh, that's a little bit concerning. There's the little burn spot in there, if you can see it. I think you can see it. It's right there on the inside of that A. Can't really see it in here. But G-Force G6 Titan X. That makes me wonder. Did they? I'm guessing they fixed it. Time to investigate. Now, I know this isn't the ideal spot for doing, any type of hardware, adjustment, but this is concerning because I know I got this fixed. They told me it was fixed. So why does it still have that burn mark? I pray to God they didn't just send me back to the bad one. I would cry. I would cry so hard. back plate screws and lift. Okay. Woo! All fears are eliminated. So, move that. Move these screws out. There we go. So, this is that burn mark that I was talking about. You can see it there. That little scorch mark was from the. This is actually the old back plate. And what I was worried about was that this little processor right there, that little bitty one. I don't know if you can see it. Let's see. That one right there, that one right there, that was burned on the last one, and I was really, really worried that they didn't even replace it. I just, but they did. Good job, EVGA. I'm happy. Well, I'll be happier once I figure out exactly what I got and if it works and the whole nine. Put the back plate back on. Button it up like I never touched anything. Alright guys, so what we're going to do today is, well, you guys know what we're going to do. We're going to reinstall our Titan X. We're also going to install a new pump. I had one of my pumps die, which is quite unfortunate. We have our water, distilled water. We have our inserter bottle. We have a funnel. We are also going to re-put in this after everything's done. We're going to redo most of the piping on the inside, make sure that it all works correctly. I've got all of my nuts and bolts and screws. I've got pliers, knives, the whole nine. I've got an extra power supply so that I can power just the pumps, because again, whenever you do water cooling, you need to make sure that you are constantly running it, and when you first put it together, you have to make sure that you test it for hours. So this is going to be a little long of a video, but I'm going to do my best. I'm going to get it all put together, all done, and we're going to go from there. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to drain our system. Now, the only problem with this system is that I've had it contained within itself. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to disconnect this, well, why not? I'm going to disconnect here. I'm going to disconnect here so I can get at least my upper radiator and some of this to drain out. So this is going to be nice, fun, and tricky. This is why we have some extra towels on here. We're going to cover up. We're going to do two things. We're going to disconnect all the ports from our power supply. If I can reach them all, except for the main two, which we cannot remove. Move those out of the way. Then we're going to stack our towels underneath it, like so. First though, we actually need to disconnect our quick disconnect here. We're just going to pop it off. There we go. Catch all the water. Awesome sauce. So that's done. So now we don't have to worry about this, or we don't have to worry about the pump draining into here and then up through here. All we have to worry about is what's in here coming down to here. So we're going to recover everything. We're going to get our funnel and our distilled water ready. This is the tricky part. So, with a pair of pliers and reach, we're going to pull this one down just enough. We're going to slide this out. And then, come on, drain. Drain, damn it. Son of a bitch. Alright, another quick disconnect. That's alright. We're going to drain each bit by itself and go from there. Alright, so that is that piece. Next, we are going to drain our radiator. gonna use a simple screwdriver to push in our quick disconnect so you can drain the water out of it. Then what we're going to do to get everything, or at least most of everything, out of the reservoir, because we have this side open and towel underneath it, we're going to open this side, and it should allow us to drain most, or at least some, of what we can. Alright, so now what we need to do yes, ow. I know. Okay. So here's the next part. So we have our pump out. As you can see, we've only got one of the two pumps in. What we have to do is we have to transfer our pump in and outs, which are all right here. We have to transfer them to the correct positioning so that we can go into pump 1, out of pump 1, into pump 2, and out of pump 2. That way we can get our circulation flow correct. So we've got to install our new pump. We also have to remove these. Yes, exactly. We also have to install this along with one of these O-rings and this, and we just number of bits that we have to do. So we're gonna start by taking. Yes, exactly. We're gonna start by taking these off. There we go. These two. So now we've got these off. Now what we need to do is we need to fucking Exactly, kid, exactly. I agree with you 100%. Yes, all of that.
So what we're going to do here is we're going to install one of our O-rings. It goes right there in that little small pocket. Usually it comes with a second O-ring, but I didn't need the second O-ring. We're going to face it so that our control dial is at the bottom. We're going to slide our cap on top, especially through the wires. We have one control wire and two power wires, the external control wires I don't need to use. So we're going to screw that down into our reservoir slowly. Try to get the wires and such to be, and the control little knob, those little red control knob on the bottom of it, get them all in the same exact area so that there's no, one's not upside down, one's not the other way. It's more of a aesthetics thing for me. I get a little bit perfectionist when it comes with the computer, so I want it to be correct. Once we've got it screwed down tight, as you can see the little control knob, it goes from 1 to 5, and we're going to adjust that down to just 4. I've been running one pump on 5, figured to run both on 4, a little bit more quiet, allows the computer to be a little bit better, and I'm going to go over and I'm going to adjust the second one just a smidge, and now they both read 4. So since we have our graphics card now reinstalled, we're going to connect up our quick connect hosings. We're going to put all of our hosing back together. So I'm going to use these pair of pliers, and I'm going to gently just make sure that it fits snugly onto the fitting. Just lower that down and release it like so. Make sure that your graphics card is fully put in. It's correct. The PCIe slot is correct. Then we're going to go and we're going to connect our bottom one. Now the reason why I'm doing these two first is so that when we connect our quick connect hosing, if there is any water left in the top radiator, which I'm guessing there is, it doesn't spill out everywhere and I have to let everything cool down or evaporate. So now once it's connected, everything is run. Now we have to just plumb the rest of the lines up. Alright guys, so sorry, the other camera died. I just went ahead and finished everything up. So as you can see, I have my 2 fans here. That is running very smoothly. I've got my 3 fans up top, which I have full fan control over. You hear it get louder and quieter. Everything is installed on the inside, so this is all good. Now we are just setting up for our drivers. Check for update, make sure. My array, we have the GeForce GTX Titan X, Intel Core i7, 16 gigs of RAM, current resolution is not bad. Driver update, cool. And our drivers, oh, we have a driver. Alright guys, so I will fill you in later.